What's up, beautiful people? It's your homegirl, Shameless, all up in your building. And this video is all about lighting for 2 different skin tones in one shot. This is going to be an example using video and continuous lighting. I'm using these lights from Aputure and I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna have my special models, Erica and Miriam, helping demonstrate the challenges and the perks of lighting with your friends. Now, anyone can do this. All you need to do is be curious, ask questions, and be intuitive. That's it, and have a few lights. So let's just get into this now, shall we? This video was inspired by my talk at VidCon. I was hosting a lighting workshop, so thank you for those boos that showed up. You had such great questions. This lighting is perfect if you're doing collab videos, cooking videos, interviews, anything that requires you to light in a studio or home environment when you can control the lighting and you really want to showcase your subject or your model in the best light possible. That's what this video is, okay? So, our faces tend to have dips, curves, crannies. What we're trying to achieve with lighting is even distribution of light. Now, I'm currently using these Aputure lights. What I love about them is there's 3 of them, and if you check the info box, I might be hosting a giveaway, but that's neither here nor there. You won't find out until you read the info box. They're portable, they're wireless, they come with rechargeable batteries. They also do come with a cord, but when you're filming on location, this is perfect. Now, the kind of drawback with this light, however, is the surface area. Because it is smaller, the light source is going to be more concentrated. So if you're doing a 3-point lighting setup and you're putting the light here, you're going to create shadows. Like, you're going to fill in and then it's just going to be like, oh, my nose is here, I'm going to cast a shadow here. That's cute for dramatic lighting, but for the purposes of beauty, we don't want that. Also, if your subject has long hair or if they have any kind of thing obstructing the light from hitting the face, that's also going to cast a shadow. So the key to solving that problem is move your light from the side to the front. If you can get all the lights, lighting the front area, then you good. If we're lighting the sides, we're not going to put the light on their face. We're gonna put the light on the shoulders, hair lighting, but we're going to avoid trying to light over here when there's hair. Now, when it comes to 2 different skin tones, what I like to do is have whoever's darker closer to the light source. So if you have multiple lights, or if you're lighting close to a window where there's natural light, just go ahead and put whoever's darker closer to that light source. Whoever's lighter, put them further away from the light source. Or you don't need to put as much light on them. But the key when you're lighting 2 different complexions is whoever's darker generally needs more light, and whoever's lighter doesn't need as much, because we're trying to expose for both people in one frame, and we don't want to underexpose for Erica, and we don't want to overexpose for Miriam. What I like to do when I use any light in front, I like to have a little bounce. This is a reflector, so I like to bounce and fill. I also like what it does is it adds a little flicker in the eyes. So you can see here when I'm shooting Miriam and Erica, I'm using a reflector. You can use silver, you can use whiteboard. Whiteboard is perfect. Say you're on a limited budget, the 99-cent store has whiteboard that you can buy for 99 cents. Okay, so this lighting is currently set up for Erica where she is and Miriam where she is. Now, let's look when I switch them and see how that lighting affects their skin tone. Now, again, it's up to you and it's up to the subject and or the client that you're working with. So check with the client. If they don't care, then check with the person in front of the camera, because more often than not, me, for example, I know what looks good on me. I know if my hair is crazy or, I have a smudged lip, or if I don't like the lighting. And it's a simple fix when you invite the subject into the process, depending if they're like high maintenance or not. But it's always good to get another pair of eyes, because more often than not, when you're operating the camera, you're paying attention to so many other things, the sound, the light, the camera exposures, the settings, all of that, color balance, that sometimes we just don't pay attention to things that we typically wouldn't pick up, but the person whose face is in front will. So just do a quick little recording, play it back for them, or transfer the footage onto your computer and play it back. It is a few extra steps, but it will save you in post That little extra pre-production step will save you hours in post-editing. Other tips when it comes to lighting for complexion: have your subjects bring multiple different tops. I did not tell Miriam and Erica. I kind of just shablammed on them and said, we're filming today. But depending on the colors that you have, it will bring out certain hues, it will complement the skin tone, as well as backdrops. I have different color backdrops, and that can also play into what looks best for the people in front of the camera. There are no hard rules. You really just have to try and experiment. Work with what you got. If you don't have all these lights, use natural light. Use a window, use you can rent, oh my goodness, you can rent equipment on ShareGrid. If you can't afford to buy all this stuff, don't even fret, rent. That's a perfect way, depending on which country or city you live in, to try some things out. There might be other resources. If you have those, share that in the comments below, but ShareGrid is a perfect way to use equipment without having to pay full price. DIYs, YouTube is the land of DIY. If you can't afford to buy the 120D, there's apparently a DIY on how to make it. Let me know if it works, because I think they be lying and tricking. If you are on a budget and you're like, Maya, I only have these lights and I want to create this like beautiful flattering light, I would love for you to try it for me. Put all those lights on maximum output and then put a white blanket in front. But the theory is the larger the surface area of the light source, the more flattering the light. But you just need to have all that power. So turn those power on those lights on. I would love to know in the comments below any tips and tricks you have on lighting. If you want to check out these girls of House of Shameless, info in the info box below. What I love about these lights, it's portable. Winning. Info box. All the details in there. Okay? Until next time, remember to do you, be you, and stay true, boo. Be shameless.